Today I'm going to be playing for you guys all of the audio-based intel from Season 4. So that means the audio logs and radio transmissions. And trust me, these are pretty interesting. I think a lot of you guys are going to like what you hear throughout this video. But another thing I should quickly mention before I let you guys listen to them is that there is a radio transmission from Season 3 Reloaded for Omega that was glitched and was finally fixed, so I'm just putting it in this video also, which, by the way, if you guys did miss any of the previous audio intel from the past, then I have a full playlist that you could click on screen or down in the description. I do recommend checking those ones out if you haven't, because, you know, it kind of leads up to everything that goes. Regardless, I'm gonna be quiet already, but if you guys do go on to enjoy the video, I would appreciate it if you guys dropped a like, subscribe, bell, share, and all that great stuff. But I'm going to be quiet and enjoy the radios.
Well, people, we've got a bit of a clusterfuck on our hands, don't we?
Our own strike team running an off-the-books operation cooked up by a Soviet officer and someone on house arrest? Yeah, the director's gonna love that.
Agent Maxis is not under arrest, per se. Under observation, perhaps. So no one observed her straying outside the chain of command.
Look, maybe it wasn't sanctioned, but was it really wrong of her to dump those warheads in the sea? She might have saved the East Coast from becoming one big outbreak zone.
It wasn't her call, Gray. She should have come to me first. However good her intentions, nobody hijacks my troops.
Besides, I have serious doubts that those warheads were really meant for use against us.
Carver, this is more of your dark ether overlord talk, is it?
Do I walk into your lab and slap a test tube out of your hand, Strauss? No. Show me the same respect. I think Omega recognizes the real danger here, and so should we.
So, if those missiles were meant to stop something worse than what we've already seen, and we just eliminated them, did we just leave the world more vulnerable?
Meeting's over, people. I don't know how this will all shake out, but it wasn't our best day by a long shot. Gray, I'd like a word, alone.
Weaver, I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. Your lack of military experience is no excuse for what you did. You knew better, and you did it anyway.
I just wanted to let her talk to the team. I didn't know what she was gonna...
One thing you're not is stupid. But I also don't think you're a traitor. Which is why I'm taking the heat on this one. No one upstairs is aware of your role in Sam's little side operation. And that's how it'll stay. As long as you never fucking cross me again. Understood?
Yes.
How is she anyway?
Agent Maxis is still showing high levels of Aetherium contamination in her bloodstream. But the way it's affecting her is different than any other subject I've observed.
Meaning?
It's not just her eyes. There are things happening on a cellular level I can't quantify yet.
You keep your notes in our central database, yes? Now, that would explain the new orders. The director wants to run more specialized tests on Maxis. If you're asked to cooperate, you do as instructed. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
And Gray, remember, if it's on the main frame, everyone above my pay grade can access it. If there's something you want to tell me, you tell me in person.
I promise, Weaver. I won't keep anything else from you.
I'm glad we understand each other. Dismissed. Welcome back to the Ural Mountains. It's been a few weeks, but now that you've been cleared to return to active duty, I expect you to be on your best behavior. You got off lightly. After what you did in Ruka last month, you should be facing a court-martial. You can thank the director for intervening and sparing you that fate. The incident has been expunged from your record. It never happened. As far as the CIA is concerned, the missile launch was a mechanical failure. You were never there. And in case I haven't already made myself clear, you acted without oversight. You participated in an operation without the approval of anyone at Requiem. That cannot happen. Ever again. You do not answer to Maxis. You answer to me. If she contacts you through back channel, you report that to me. She's not one of us. She's not Requiem. Now, that being said, your actions had a ripple effect through Omega. Ravenov contacted me. He's in touch with scientists who want to defect. We're working on a plan to extract them. You are making an impact in this fight. You just have to do it the right way.
Well, look at you. Requiem strike team back in action. I imagine that must feel nice. So, about what happened with Sam. Not sure if you heard about my role in that whole business. Earned myself a bit of a slap on the wrist for that one. Not to worry, everything's fine. Or so I've been told. Just imagine if those missiles had detonated. The effects of Aetherium on a populace of that size, the outcome would have been grim. It's tricky to nail down. Aetherium. From our tests at the data stations, the only pattern we've established is that there is no pattern. The effects of Aetherium exposure vary greatly between subjects. Yes, many suffer from advanced necrosis infections, the undead, but there are others whose side effects appear strictly cerebral. Hallucinations, paranoia, amnesia. Then there's Maxis. Not sure what to make of her. No necrosis. Only side effect appears to be the amnesia, but there's more going on there. Her Aetherium concentration? Off the scale. Highest I've seen. And normally a subject with a fraction of that exposure would be fully transformed, but she seems unaffected. So far. Now, I'm not saying she's dangerous. We just don't know what she is. I probably shouldn't tell you this, but something happened. I think. It's not clear. When she asked me for my access codes, I swear I saw her diary move across the desk. By itself. Now, I wasn't looking directly at it. I just finished an 18-hour day. I was exhausted. I mean, I probably just imagined it. Right?
November 30, 1984. It has been just over 2 weeks since the unfortunate disaster involving Omega's reality inversion warheads. It appears chaos follows Dr. Peck wherever he goes. I have been told Peck's removal is not viable. He's our premier expert on Aetherium, and there is no time to find and educate a suitable replacement. Another unfortunate disaster. Peck hoped the missiles could be recovered, but, as I suspected, our salvage efforts have proven futile. What remains of the warheads belongs to the ocean now. We must begin again. We cannot afford another setback at the hands of Requiem. I had hoped to deal with them after Operation Inversia, but I can see now they require my immediate and undivided attention. If there is any consolation, it seems Requiem remains in the dark about our agenda. They believe the inversion warheads were to destroy the West. Little do they realize a greater threat looms in the dark ether. The entity must be contained.
21st of November, 1984, personal log. My father visited me once again. Our day of victory approaches. His triumphant return. His righteous revenge. The world is not prepared for what we shall unleash. He could not tell me when, only that it would be soon. After so many years, decades, it's hard not to feel excitement. Ever since I was a little girl, I have dreamt of this moment. I will never forget when his ghost first appeared to me. I was 5, maybe 6. At first I was terrified, but how else is a child to react? But when he called me by my real name, I knew it was him. He has guided me ever since. If all goes according to plan, not only will I have completed his mission, but he will be free. No longer trapped in that dark, evil place. I can save him. I have to. The time is soon. Our day of victory approaches. East, West, Requiem, Omega, even Kravchenko. They have no idea what is coming for them.
Hello? Scheiße. Ravenov, it is Dr. Hugo Yeager. I hope either you or Requiem find this recording. Most of us survived the crash. We're headed to Monument Island. I hope we'll be safe from Omega. Before you ask, yeah, that is on the other side of the phase, but the scientists I'm with, they have created something incredible. A device that will allow us to travel through the phase without dying. Or worse. They only have one prototype, but they are assembling another from spare parts so you can follow us. Unfortunately, we are missing a component, an ethereal orb. Find one and bring it to the bridge. There will be a slightly modified recon rover waiting for you. Please hurry. Omega shot us down. They will not leave the job unfinished. Ravenov, Requiem, Yeager here. If you are hearing this, you must have found the rover and completed the device. They call it an Aetherium neutralizer. It does what it says on the tin. It neutralizes Aetherium particles in the air, pacifying a radius around the device by boosting power from the orb's primordial energy. Allowing safe passage through the phase is just one of the many potential applications for this device. This improvised device should hold a charge long enough to traverse the phase. Once you're through, make your way to the monument. We will be on the roof. We eagerly await your arrival. Too long have we been silent about Omega's atrocities. There is much for us to discuss. Soon, we will change the world. Hello, Requiem. So glad you could make it. Enjoying my handiwork? Do not worry, they did not go quietly. Dr. Zarkova, she put up quite the struggle. It was almost honorable. But there is no honor in betraying Omega. It is a despicable act of cowardice. When Kravchenko learned of the plot to defect, I could not volunteer fast enough. Once I infiltrated their group, the colonel gave me 2 tasks. 1, kill the traitors. Easy enough. Nothing a hacksaw and a gas can could not solve. But the second, to lure Requiem's so-called elite strike team into a trap. That added a complication, but fortunately, crashing helicopters is easy once you've poisoned the pilot. As for the Aetherium neutralizer, rest assured, it will be well taken care of in Omega's hands. Soon we will change the world, Requiem. Auf Wiedersehen.
There is nothing yet, Colonel. Even if he is still in Russia, which I doubt, he has gone to ground. A ghost.
And the burn notice.
Distributed. There is nowhere in the Eastern Bloc he can run to. Any of his remaining allies have been made aware of his transgressions.
Transgressions? You make it sound like he kicked your dog.
The fucking traitor. How did this slip by you? I am searching for answers myself. I had known the Captain for many years. His record would suggest he was incapable of such betrayal. He was the perfect soldier. A true Soviet.
A fucking coward. This is the last thing we need. The Kremlin is asking questions. Gorev, I am not accustomed to having to explain myself. I am not accustomed to being spied on. Chebrikov's rats are everywhere, waiting to scurry back and report our latest failure. Outpost 25, Ruka. Omega is gaining a reputation, and now there are rumors of dissent within our own ranks.
One more incident, and we are finished. No. If you are worried of mutiny, it will be snuffed out, Colonel. You have my word. Like I did with finding the mole. As it is, I already have someone for that job. You must continue your work with Peck. Those warheads were our best chance of containing the entity. The entity. So far, I have had no luck in finding such a thing. We have interviewed over 100 Aethernauts, and while there is no shortage of strange encounters with outlandish creatures in the dark ether, none can recall anything that matches your description of this entity. Perhaps your source in Requiem is acting on incomplete information. My source is not to be questioned, nor challenged. The threat is real. This is not a discussion. Find it, before it finds us. There is the question, Griff, of what is to be done with Peck. This is twice now his projects ended in failure. Omega's reputation will not survive a third. You know my feelings on this matter. I would love nothing more than for our one-eyed cowboy to be strung up in the gulag. However, I cannot say the failure at Ruka lies with him. Whether he knows it or not, Peck has been under 24-hour surveillance. I can safely say he was not the one to leak the documents to Ravenov and Requiem. These fucking leaks. Do I look like a fucking plumber to you, Gorif? Peck has not outlived his usefulness. He is still our most knowledgeable scientist on Ethereum. In that regard, he has no equal. More importantly, I believe he could help find this entity of yours. I'm listening. As you know, Peck has been talking to that computer. Apparently he has built something of a rapport with his creator. Perhaps he is familiar with your creature. What? Why am I only hearing of this now? How long has this been going on? Several months, Colonel. Valentina assured me she wrote a report on the matter and delivered it to you personally. Tell Peck to keep talking to his friend. Have him ask about the entity. I will speak to Valentina myself.
Honestly, I am surprised you thought this could be kept secret.
You act like I've done something wrong. All I did was talk to it.
And what is it? Who is it? This person on the computer. Speak up, Doctor. Are you loyal to Omega's cause or to yourself? Who are you speaking to?
He won't tell me his name. He just told me I need to prepare. He says something is coming. An army of some sort.
This army. What did he tell you of it?
He called it the greatest evil the world has ever known. He said he would help me if I helped bring him home. I don't know. Maybe I am losing it. I've been working too much. I can't sleep, seeing things that aren't there. You should speak to him. Maybe it would make more sense to you.
No. I don't think that is necessary.
Sam? Did you... Look, I could get myself in so much trouble. Hey, doggy. Did you do what I asked, Elizabeth? I'm not sure if I can. Honestly.
You know we're on the brink of war, Elizabeth. Hey.
Okay.
A great war.
I know. But being here at Requiem, it's a big opportunity for me. I don't want to throw away my career, my life.
This is the only way.
If I give you access to my comms protocols, it could be the biggest mistake I've ever made.
Do you know what it's like to be cut off from the outside world? To have no way to see or even communicate with the people you care about?
I'm a long way from home, Sam. This was a big move for me. Coming here, doing all of this. If I give you my console key, I could find myself back in Bristol before you can say Jack Robinson. Sorry, old saying. I'm not sure how old. My mum, Liz, used to say it. It means things happened very quickly. It means I don't want to get in trouble with Weaver.
Things don't always happen quickly. Sometimes they take a long time. Sometimes too long. Weaver knows that.
Well, getting sent back home is probably the most optimistic outcome. I could find myself facing charges and in prison, military prison.
But you will do it. Right, Lizzie?
I'm not sure, Sam. I'm really not.
If you do what I ask, maybe you could pet the dog some more.
What have you done?
Everything's okay, girl. Everything's okay.
No, Sam. Everything is not okay. Who the hell do you think you are?
You know me, Weaver.
I thought I did. But I never thought you would do something like this. How dare you contact the team to drag them into whatever scheme you and Ravenoff thought was important.
Weaver.
And involving poor Dr. Gray in your misguided bullshit.
It was the right thing to do. It was the only way.
No, Sam. The right thing to do would have been to come to me, to let me do my job.
It is your job to keep me muzzled like a dog. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
This is why we have a problem, Sam.
I was trying to do the right thing.
I told you what the right thing to do was. Look after the dog. That's it. You can find your quarters. No more walks.
No.
Someone else will take care of that.
No. Weaver.
Now, I have to try to straighten all this out with the director.
What's happening?
Garcia Anderson. Secure her.
Hey! Take your hands off me! Weaver! Call them off!
You're to undergo some additional testing. Don't make this any harder than it already is.
Why are you doing this?
I'm not. Orders from the director. It's okay, girl. I'll look after you.
Weaver! Maxis, stop!
I can't, Sam. My hands are tied.
Weaver!
You have done well. You have made me so proud.
And now, at last, our time has come. A lifetime of preparation is about to be rewarded. Soon, you will reveal yourself. A threat so close, they never saw it coming. How long have we awaited this day? How many times have you proven yourself to them, made them value and respect you? The better to plunge your blade in their backs. Gather your things. Bid farewell to this false life you lead. Go to Berlin. Everything is in place.
We are waiting. We are ready. Initiate the process, and your labor of love will
Hello, my friend. I have been wanting to speak with you again. We have so much to do, and we are running out of time. Yeah, about that. My colleagues are starting to ask questions. I think they might know about you. They've definitely seen me on this computer, and they're wondering what I'm up to. I see. This may take some finesse, Dr. Peck. But you must somehow reassure them you are not up to anything they would not approve of. Easier said than done. Gorev and Valentino watch me like hawks, just waiting for me to screw up. They cannot understand your genius, Peck. They also do not know your inner pain. Not like I do. Look, if you help me round up more of those Tempest guys, I could make new inversion warheads, get back in the Colonel's good graces. No. Niet, my friend. That seemed like a good plan when we first conceived it, but now I would not set you up to fail yet again. Besides, I have a better idea. Do tell. I am beginning construction of a new device. I will spare you the details until I know it can work, but it is exactly the sort of weapon your Colonel is looking for. Okay. When will you know if this new gizmo is viable? Soon, my friend. Just keep checking in with me. I am counting on your help. Hello, Zykov. You there? It's me, Peck. Yes, my friend. I am here. Where else would I go? So, my co-workers definitely know I'm in contact with you. They even know your name. And they did not discipline you? No. They see you as a potential gold mine of dark ether intel, and they don't want to punish the one guy you'll talk to. In fact, Gorev told me to ask about the entity you say is in charge over there. It's real, right? It is an existential threat to all of you, my friend. It is the reason I am building my new device. And that's... what? A weapon? It is something we will need when the real invasion comes. But tell your people I will reveal more details only if you help me come home. You got it. They might want to debrief you for days, but if you deliver on intelligence and firepower, they'll make you a hero of the Soviet Union. They can keep their medals. Just help me come home. Okay. Let me know when your device is ready. We'll work on how best